Well, we're going to keep up with this trend of sad videos. I don't know when the other one's coming out. It was a tough one about tragic YouTubers' deaths. And this one is the top 10 saddest YouTube videos. Yeah, god dang it. Look, I don't know, man. These are tough for me, man. These are always hard for me to watch. I feel so hard for these people. I feel so hard. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It makes me so sad. If it gets too bad, dude, I'm gonna just turn this off, man. I don't care. Go watch it on Top Trends. The link is in the description down below. I gotta do something fun after this. This is the last video of sadness I'm watching today. It is getting me down, but I just want to see it, so I'm gonna check it out. God damn it. It's gonna be a tough one for me. Oh, man. So, yeah. Oh, let's just get into it, dude. With this happy music, man.
What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 saddest YouTube videos.
Alright.
So I said 5,000 likes on yesterday's video for an upload today, and you guys smashed it once again. If you would like a part 2 to this video, remember to leave a like down below. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I found this video really hard to make, as I am kind of an emotional person, and watching all these sad YouTube videos is really hard. And I tried not to tear up. I did pretty well, but the videos near the top are just too much for me. But let's get on with the video.
Alright, let's do it.
Number 10. PewDiePie, The Walking Dead Episode 5 Finale.
Okay.
So I personally remember watching this video a year or two ago when PewDiePie uploaded it. It was The Walking Dead, the final episode of the first ever game Telltale Games did, and it was absolutely amazing. I played through it, and they are really good at getting you very emotionally involved in their games. Right. And this is one of the only times I've ever seen PewDiePie cry in a video. Dang. If you don't know what the game is, at the end there is two characters, the two main characters. We have Clementine, who is the little girl, and then Lee, who is the guy that is looking after her. What happens is Lee gets bit and he turns into a zombie slowly, and it's just very emotionally fueled and tear-jerking, and I will show you guys a clip right now.
Dang. This dude just fell out, yo. This dude fell out.
Oh, fuck that.
He fell out, bro. Damn! I don't know if I can handle that, dude. I was gonna play
Number
some
9,
Telltale games,
Zoella.
man.
Sometimes it all gets a bit too much. Most of you should be able to relate to this kind of feeling some way or another when it just gets all too much. It can be for many different reasons. It doesn't matter how perfect your life seems or how shitty your life seems. Bad things always happen, things always get too much.
That's true.
You always have periods where you feel emotional and you want to cry in that, and I think that's what Zoella had in this video. She may earn a lot of money, she may have a lot of fans, but everyone has downsides in their life.
That's true,
and
man.
Bad things always happen to everyone.
That's true.
And that's what caused Zoella to make this video.
I'm not too sure why I'm filming this.
Okay.
I think maybe because this is part of my day and I want you guys to know that
Okay.
I'm a real person.
Yeah, man.
I'm not perfect and my life.
Nigga, why am I talking to the fucking video? She ain't talking to me. What the fuck am I doing? I'm getting way too What the fuck? It's getting to me, man.
Perfect.
Oh shit.
And sometimes this all gets too much.
Oh shit.
Number 8,
Alright.
Markiplier.
What the fuck am I doing?
Lost a friend.
I can't
So
handle it.
Markiplier is one of the most emotional YouTubers, and one of the reasons I actually like him is because he's like this. You can just tell he's not fake in any way. In my opinion, I don't think he is. But this video, Lost a Friend, was Mark's first video explaining what happened to his friend Daniel Kaya from Syndigo. He sadly committed suicide, and because of this, Mark took a break from YouTube for about a week or so, and this was his first video back, and it was very sad. As you could tell, Mark genuinely felt and cared for this guy, and now he was gone out of his life forever.
Daniel Kyer of Syndigo has passed away as of last week after an apparent suicide attempt, and if it wasn't obvious, the reason that I haven't been able to post videos, or any of us have been able to post videos, is just because we've been dealing with it. It's been a very, very long week, and it hasn't even been a week yet, but it's been a very, very long period of time.
Damn.
Number 7.
Dude, we've had so many people, you know, from my high school and from my college that have gone through stuff. And you know, whenever a close friend, or even just, I mean, you know, sometimes it's not even a close friend, somebody, an acquaintance, maybe just somebody that you just knew commits suicide, it's just like, it hits really close to home, man. It hits really close to home. And there's been a couple people from my high school and from my college the last couple of years have committed suicide. It's just like, it hurts, man. It really hurts. It's just tough for me because it's not really something that I, you know, have had to address yet because I'm only a couple of months in. You know what I mean? You look at my channel, and I've been posting recently only for the last couple of months. But like, right before I started, we went through a bunch of stuff, and I don't feel like it's my story to tell in a lot of instances, you know, just with like how active everybody is online. I don't really like to put other people's business out there. You know, I've had some issues with like my uncles, and I've had some cousins, and like, it doesn't get any easier, man, every time it happens. So to see those vlogs really just touch me, man. It's just so hard sometimes.
TomSka, my friend died.
Oh.
So this is another video I remember watching, and it's by TomSka, or his second channel, but you know what I mean. And it was about his friend Ed Gould, who tragically passed away from cancer. Now, Ed Gould is a name some of you may recognise. He had a really awesome animation channel called Ed's World. He was one of the most original and best animators on YouTube, and I personally really enjoyed all of his cartoons as I used to watch them. This video is pretty much TomSka going over what happened with Ed's World, his cancer, how important Ed really was to him, and how much of an inspiration he was to him as well.
And one of the people I was talking about was my close friend and creative partner, Ed Gould. He is an animator, and he created an animated series called Ed's World. And you know, you will have seen him on my channel a lot as well, and stuff. And he was my close friend, and he'd been battling cancer for, you know, he had cancer for the last 6 years, but he was really fighting it for the past year. So little did I know that by the time I'd wake up, Ed would be dead.
Number 6, BF versus GF, a new chapter. So I'm sure most of you know who BF and GF are, or Jesse and Jeana, as they have like 20 million subscribers on both of their channels, and recently they were all over the news channels because of their breakup. The video they uploaded, called A New Chapter,
not nearly as sad as all the ones we've just saw,
was pretty much a video telling their audience that they were splitting up as they wanted different things from life. You could tell it was a very hard video for them to make, and they didn't really want to make it, but they sort of had to. It was very sad and emotional, but it was the right decision for them, and they definitely had to do it.
This is probably going to be the hardest video that we've ever had to make. Jeana and I, it's just like telling a bunch of kids that their parents are getting divorced, basically. But Jeana and I are going to take a break from vlogging. We're going to take a break from each other. I'm going to move to New York City. Jeana's going to stay here, and we're going to just take some time off.
Markiplier's reactions to this video his fans made for him. Obviously, Markiplier is a very emotional person, as I've said before at the beginning of the video, but this video, I'm going to try and say this right, is Mark reacting to his fans, reacting to him, reacting to them making him a fan video.
Right.
Kind of confusing, but if you listen to that properly, it does make sense. But the video is very heartwarming and emotional, and you can really tell how much Mark really does care for his fans and what he does.
There was only one person in the world that I would have wanted to see me there, and
come on, Mark, stop it.
And I couldn't stop thinking about how proud my dad would have been of me to be there and invited out to the White House.
Come on, Mark.
Above all else, above anything that I'm trying to say here, I just want to say thank you guys so much for believing in me.
Number 3, Jacksepticeye talking about his gran. So I also found this video really hard to watch, as Jack talks about how fit and aware of everything his gran was her entire life until she went into hospital and things started to go downhill. He touches upon and mentions one time when he was right next to her and she asked when he was going to arrive. Now to Jack, that's obviously a very depressing and sad moment, because you're there next to your gran who you love, and she doesn't even know you're there because of the problem she's currently having. So I just can't imagine how sad that would be.
This is sad because it reminds me of the last few days when my granny was alive. And she didn't die of cancer or anything, but she was locked away in like a hospital for the last few months of her life, and she didn't really recognize anybody anymore. She was super like aware of everything her entire life, and right up until she went into hospital. But as soon as she went into hospital, and she was starting to get treated for I can't remember what it was she had. She had something in her leg that spread through her body and affected her blood.
Yeah.
But she was in hospital for a few months before she died, and her mind just completely went. And I remember going in one time with my sister to see her, and we were talking to her, and my granny was like, "Is Sean going to come in to visit us?"
Oh, man.
I was sitting right next to her, and she didn't know who I was.
Yeah. God damn.
Number 2, Vailoc, the truth.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this video.
So any of you PewDiePie watchers will most likely know what this video is, and it's the #1 PewDiePie hater, or that's what PewDiePie originally thought, but it turns out Vailoc is actually just an innocent kid who was first sending hate videos to haters of PewDiePie, and then these haters started hating on Vailoc and forced him to make a video saying he hates PewDiePie, which is what then got picked up by PewDiePie and started this whole fad off. After Vailoc explains this, the video takes a really sad turn, and he explains how his life is really sad. He sort of gets bullied and he has a muscle disease and he can't walk properly. When I originally watched this, I was nearly crying because I just felt so sorry for the kid, and I'm really glad PewDiePie sorted it out, and hopefully they'll be making a video together soon, as I think that will do amazing.
I will be honest this time. I wasn't hating on PewDiePie before. I just want to be happy, like I already have a sad life. Like, I have a muscle disease, like real long time. I just can't talk, but I just wanted to be happy.
Yeah.
Just can't walk. You maybe call me a crybaby, but do you know, actually I just have a really sad life.
Nah, it's alright, man. It's alright. Well, listen, ChavezzSlovakia, that is where this video is going to end, because that is really sad to me. Yeah, I tried really hard, you know, on my channel to make sure that I encourage people, and I make sure to really keep in mind that, you know, I watch a lot of offensive dank memes, and the fucking memes are real, dude, and like all that shit. Yeah, it's fun, it's a good time, but at the end of the day, like, you know, like, on my Discord channel, I make sure, you know, that encouragement is one of the major things that we do there, because you don't know what somebody's going through in their own life, you know what I mean? And people will disclose little things about their life, you know, that lets me know, like, you know, you might be on here being teased and having a good time and everybody's doing great, whatever, but, you know, you don't want to touch on something that's too sensitive for somebody, you know, like, we had one kid that they were making a bunch of your mama jokes, and I could tell one kid was getting really sensitive about it, and he already told me I could talk about it, but I'm not gonna go into too much detail. But we were recording a video at the time when he started talking about it, and I cut all the recording equipment off because I just thought that was just not the right place to go. But, you know, he just said that he'd actually been having a tough time, you know, with his mom, and his family are having a real tough time, and she's going through some medical issues at the time, and, you know, so it's like even those little innocent jokes and stuff that you have about people, it's like, yeah, but they might actually be going through a real thing, you know what I mean? So you try to tell people, yeah, it's just a joke, which is fine. I think it's good to let people should know they need to be able to joke and relax and have a good time and not take things too serious. But at the same time, you have to be really responsible when you make, you know, videos talking about people, you know what I mean? You got to just be really careful with that to make sure it's headed in the right direction. And a good way to make sure you're headed in the right direction is to not talk about kids, man. Do not talk about the kids, bruh, because there's so much bullying and bullshit that some kids have to go through. Yeah, bullying's a part of life and you gotta deal with it, but for some people it's really severe, you know, especially like I got some fans like learning disabilities and stuff like that. Bullying is different, you know, it's different bullying somebody for a medical condition than just bullying them because they like the color pink, right? Those are just two very different topics. Yeah, man, so that shit's really sad to me, man. I just feels bad to hear, like, you know, he made hate videos about a YouTuber that he really liked to try to stop being bullied. That's just sad, dude. But at the end of the day, these are the top 10 saddest YouTube videos, and it's a pretty accurate list. Suicide's really hard to talk about. The death of loved ones really hard to talk about. So yeah, that's that. So make sure you go to top trends. to check out the end of this video, I'm gonna go do something fun for the rest of my day. I'll see you guys later, ChavezzSlovakia. So for everybody new, welcome to ChavezzSlovakia. Peace.